Zombie apocalypse.
Hello and welcome back, my little goblins, or welcome if you're new. Today we are going to be playing Sweet Valentine Chocolatier. The Spring Festival is coming up, prime time for a chocolatier, right? But can you balance work and romance? So this gem of a game can be found on itch.io, and as per usual, I will have the URL for the game in the description if you so wish to play for yourself. This game is currently in demo phase. It includes 3 love interests, 4 mini games, 7 total endings with partial voice acting, and the final update's also going to include a 4th route. So this is really exciting to see. It looks really cute and cozy. Absolutely already love the like intro title music here. So nothing left to do other than to just get into it. So let's see here. Oh, so there's a gallery. As of right now, there's 8 unlockable pictures. Nice. Days before Spring Festival 2. Another beautiful yet busy day at the Sweet Valentine Chocolatier. Although the official Valentine's Day in February had long passed, your store was about to usher on its second busiest chocolate season of the year, the Spring Festival. The vanilla, earth to vanilla. Huh? Boss, I'm so sorry. Vanilla jumps upward again in shock, causing a little snowfall of powdered sugar to escape from the box she's carrying. The entire contents of the box cartoonishly follow her movement upwards, inciting a small chuckle from you. Although your arms are firmly crossed, you make sure to maintain a smile as you finally catch Vanilla's attention. Daydreaming again, V? Huh. As much as I'd like to join you, we have work to do. You give her a sympathetic smile, jumpy as she is. As your only employee, she's proven herself to be reliable, 90% of the time. As for the other 10%, well, that's right. Oh my gosh! All the orders for the festival! What are we gonna do? Vanilla panics a little, precariously swinging the box from left to right. Whoa there! Careful now! Ack! Her fingers tremble as she struggles to maintain control over the box. You have a very bad premonition of what's to come. Try to take the box from Vanilla or let Vanilla handle it. She is seriously about to drop it, so let me take that box from you, V. You're reaching out to grab the box, almost pulling her into an embrace, but she swiftly turns around, trying to avoid it. No worries, boss. I got this. She strikes a bodybuilder pose to reassure you, but her thin frame is decidedly unreliable. Oh no. No, 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 no. Not today, V. Not today, V. Not today, please. Circling around her again in an attempt to snatch the box, you end up in a sort of back hug with her in your arms. Boss, I promise I got this. Let me. What? Watch out, boss. Whether due to your influence or by Vanilla's natural clumsiness, she somehow loses her footing, and the ingredients in the box finally gain their freedom. You barely have enough time to close your eyes before you're covered in a tidal wave of powdered sugar flying up and over Vanilla's shoulder. Good thing you brought a spare uniform. Oh my gosh, boss! I'm so sorry. Katsui. Cough. Cough, play. Are you okay? I'm so sorry. Oh gosh, this is all my fault. It's okay, V. I'm okay. You take a deep breath in and out, trying not to inhale powdered sugar in the process. I'm really sorry, boss. Thought I'd had a handle on it, but one of the bags in the box was open and it kept leaning and I tried to adjust the weight, but I, 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 it's fine, V. I shouldn't have tried to grab it from you. You laugh a little to yourself at how silly the situation is, and Vanilla joins in with her sweet, one-chime-like giggle. She was so small and cute, but for every point she had in cuteness, there was a bonus point to her clumsiness stat. I probably made it worse by trying to grab it from you. No, not true. Honestly, I'd already lost my grip on it. She gives you a sheepish grin, causing you to shake your head with a smile. I'm gonna go change. Can you do me a big favor and clean this up? Of course, boss. I'm seriously so sorry. Really, no worries. I knew there was a reason I packed a spare uniform today. You could always wear one of mine. You grimace as you imagine trying to squeeze into one of Vanilla's extra small size chocolatier uniforms. Okay, maybe not, but you know. She grins again, puts on a determined face. You go change, boss. I'll get this cleaned up ASAP. Chuckling to yourself, you give her shoulder a light pat and head into the small employee bathroom at the back of the store. Hmm, guess I'd better start getting cleaned up. Opening the small supply closet in the bathroom where the two of you stored your clothes, you pull out your spare uniform, making sure to push the cleaning supplies stored at the bottom back in, and you reshut the door. As you strip off your sugar-coated uniform and start to clean up the white powder obscuring your features, your image in the mirror grows clearer and clearer. All right, so here's that character creation. So I think I'm actually gonna make a male, and unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to make a goblin, so we'll just make do with what we have here. Yeah, we'll do that, I guess. Let's see, what eyes do we have? Ooh, I like those. We'll do those. What do we have for the hair? Oh, I like that hair. Ooh, that's pretty. Can I change the color? Nice. Okay. I think I like that light feely blue. What do we have outfit wise? Hmm. Go with that one maybe. And the all black with the white one. Yeah, that looks good to me. As a final touch, you brush across your name tag, trying to clear out the powder before repinning it to your fresh uniform. The shiny and clean tag reveals your name, Zuzu. All changed. Although I'd love to walk around in casual wear, I'd best wear the uniform while I'm working, lest lest I be mistaken for a customer. You frown to yourself as your mind briefly wanders to the memory of the first time you met Michael. You were in your store as usual, but in casual clothes that day. He walked straight up to you and asked if you wanted a taste of something better and sweeter, and to follow him to his store if you did. The nerve of that guy. What are you doing here? As if your thoughts had summoned him, suddenly, there he
I
was.
see the Chihuahua's at it, per usual.
Oh my gosh, that is so mean. The edges of Michael's lips curl into his signature smirk, emanating big dog energy. Chihuahua! Vanilla shakes with outrage, perfectly embodying the small dog nickname Michael had given her after their own first encounter. Most of these choices will not affect your romance options. Feel free to respond, I guess, as I wish. So, welcome, Michael. How can I help you? Seriously, though, Michael, what are you doing here? Well, look what the cat dragged in. If you're going to be mean to Vanilla, so I guess this is the only one that seems like we're kind of being catty back in this situation. Don't be mean to Vanilla. Vanilla is sweetheart. Well, look what the cat dragged in. At this, Michael cocks an eyebrow. You mean the Chihuahua? I mean that I'm about to drag out and get into a cat fight with me and give you a taste of some cat punches. You hold your fist up, smiling wider. Lovingly punch you in the face. I wouldn't mind getting into a mess of tangled limbs with you. Ah! What are you saying? Vanilla covers both ears with her hands. Boss, he's being weird. Michael, you're scaring the kid. Sorry, Vanilla. Daddy and Zaddy need to argue every so often to keep our romance alive. What romance? Boss would never date a weirdo like you, Nepo baby narcissist creeper. Vanilla continues shrieking and takes cover behind you. Michael chuckles good humoredly as you roll your eyes and shake your head with a smile, patting Vanilla reassuredly behind your back. In reality, it wasn't so unusual for Michael to pop in from time to time. Since the day he tried to lure you into his store, he always made a point to visit at least once or twice a week. for years now. Although you were competitors in name, oftentimes he would give you helpful advice, and occasionally he would throw passive-aggressive insults at rude customers until they stormed off. Not that there were many rude customers to begin with, but he definitely had gone to bat for you more than once or twice over the
Funny
years.
enough, I'm actually here to make an order today.
Oh, in order? If you're looking to buy our sweet Valentine Chocolatier, I'm afraid you'll be leaving empty-handed again. Boss would never sell. Right, boss? She turns to look at you, her brows furrowed, looking very expectant and a little afraid. Of course not, V. I would never. Although you're pretty sure he's not here for that. You give Michael a good glare anyways. He grins and puts his hands on his hips. His expression changes to a much more serious
To
one.
tell you the truth,
You and Vanilla both lean in, instinctively sensing something juicy about to follow.
I have someone. Someone that I want to invite to the Spring Festival.
Oh ho. Shocked Pikachu faces all around. You and Vanilla both blink in shock. He has someone? Someone that he wants to invite to the festival? Someone that is not me? The Spring Festival? It was like the second Valentine's Day in your area, Valentine's Day Part 2. Although White Day was in March for some reason, your town and the surrounding county preferred to celebrate a second romantic holiday closer to early May. Every spring, when the flowers were in full bloom, the county officials would give permission to clear out the state fairgrounds and hold a festival. According to the local history buffs, the origin of the festival was to celebrate the departure of winter and admire the newly opened blossoms. But somewhere along the way, it got wrapped into a romantic event celebrating budding love and confessions. Although the point of the festival now was to exchange flowers with the ones you love, making it a prime business day for flower shops. Not to be left behind, chocolate shops and bakers in the surrounding towns also make sure to take advantage of the extra opportunities for revenue. As such, you often received orders for the purpose of romantic confessions during the festival season. You and Michael seem to have a will they, won't they dynamic going on for years now, but to think that he had someone else in mind, you can't help but feel a teeny bit devastated in your heart to hearts. Sure, Michael, I can do that for you. You hold a blazed expression as you pull out your notebook and pen from your apron pocket and lower your head to start writing. Your mouth may or may not be twitching downwards in disappointment, but you try to hide it. Zuzu? In your peripheral vision, you see him reaching out a hand to touch you. As it almost reaches you,
Boom!
Vanilla gives a little jump in place, and Michael's hand swiftly flinches away from you.
J&J have officially arrived.
Well, hello, ray of sunshine. A cascade of reddish pink bursts through the shop doors, followed by a shiny head of purple.
That's right. J and J are in the house. Woot woot. Okay, that was a lot more embarrassing than I thought it would be.
Jordan! You're making it dweeby.
Dweeby. Oh my gosh, okay. Jade elbows Jordan in the stomach roughly, but not to the extent that it bruise. The typical but violent roughhousing friend elbow. Having been on the receiving end of that elbow countless times before, you wince and give Jordan a sympathetic smile. Poor guy. Catching your eye, he winks. It's a bit of an awkward wink, but you feel your cheeks turn pink anyways. Hey, Zuzu. Hey, Jordan. Jordan. Vanilla's greeting comes out a little bit more than a whisper. Her face is dyed tomato red. Since they first met in community college 7 years ago, Vanilla had been pining over Jordan day in and day out. It was obvious to everyone except the most important person, the man himself, Jordan. Oh, hi, Vanilla. If one thing's for sure, it's that Vanilla's faithful. But if Jordan hasn't caught on to her feelings by now, he likely never will. Unless she actually says something. You and Jade had goaded Vanilla on just to confess to him, but Vanilla refused to utter a peep about her feelings to him. Hey, Zuzu. Yo. V. Hi, Jade. Michael. Jade calls Michael's name with a tone oozing sucrose before flipping her hair and sniffing to indicate her disdain. Michael nods curtly and turns his gaze back to you. Long ago, when Michael had first moved to town and opened up shop, Jade had made a pass at him, before quickly realizing that the only things he was interested in were chocolate and money. And you. Or so you thought up until today. So, Jordan, why are we here today? Jade giggles and crosses her arms, egging Jordan to get on with it. Seems like she's dragged him out to the sweet Valentine Chocolatier with some purpose in mind. Uh, um, Jordan blushes and fidgets, shifting his weight from foot to foot. I wanted to order something. Go on. Something for. Uh-huh. At this point, you and Jade and Vanilla are all leaning in, waiting for those next words. Michael appears utterly disinterested and is instead taking the opportunity to look over your displays and prepackaged offerings. Although the J&J duo come to visit the store almost as often as Michael did, they usually didn't make a fuss about their purchases. At least, not like this. It's for my mom, he blurts out, causing Jade to groan. No. Oh. Jade throws both hands into the sky exasperatedly and gives a fake cry. Damn it, Jordan, you were this close to greatness. You shake your head and snort as well. You know exactly what Jade is talking about. After spending every year since preschool together with the two of them, you were definitely in the know about Jordan's secret crush. You always suspected it was Jade since they were like conjoined twins glued at the hip, but part of you did wonder if there was someone else. Avoid commenting on the situation, discourage the teasing, or join in on the teasing. We're going to go ahead and discourage the teasing. Oh, Jade, give the poor guy a break. Boo, you're no fun, Zuzu. I also wanted to hear what Jordan was really going to say. Vanilla pipes up awkwardly, her voice filled with nervous anticipation. You chuckle at this. From a little further back in the store, you hear Michael snort. Men should be able to take a little banter. Let the boy develop some thicker skin. Walking up to Jordan, Michael uses his index finger to lift Jordan's chin up to face him. Although there wasn't too much real difference in heights between the two of them, Jordan's constantly slouched posture made him appear several inches shorter than he actually was. With their faces almost touching, Jordan turns a shade of red none of you had ever seen on him up to now.
If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the chocolate shop.
That doesn't make any damn sense. Michael smirks and brushes his thumb across the left side of Jordan's mouth. That's a mole. Really? I thought it was melted chocolate. Never breaking eye contact with Jordan, Michael licks his thumb. Ah! Breaking free from Michael's hypnotic hold, Jordan slaps his own cheeks a couple of times to calm down. Could Jordan's secret crush be... But that couldn't be right, could it? Jordan seemed to develop his secret crush around the age of 13, much earlier than when Michael and his family moved to town. Still, who could say if his secret crush hadn't changed somewhere down the line? Your eyes widen in potential revelation. You give Jade a look. She also raises her eyebrow. The two of you mouth OMG to each other wordlessly. After decades of being besties, you no longer needed words to communicate half the time. Vanilla tugs on the bangs at the side of her face, obviously unhappy that Jordan is responding so well to Michael's teasing. Realizing that time had been ticking by without any progress on your massive list of orders, you shift gears and address the two men together. Jordan, Michael, you alternate your gaze between the two of them, giving them each a hard look. I have to warn you both that I am almost out of most ingredients. Because neither of you had the decency to pre-order, and it's only 2 days before the festival, I'm pretty sure I'll only be able to fulfill one of your orders. At this, Jade gasps in surprise. Oh shit, damn, Zuzu. Business is booming this year, eh? Congrats. Too bad I'm strapped for cash right now, otherwise I'd totally join the bandwagon of last-minute orders too. She gives a flirtatious wink. I'd love to see whose order you picked between the three of us. Ah, yes, I'd forgotten that you were a broke now. Everyone turns to Michael, face uniformly aghast. Michael! What the dude? Ah! Vanilla gives an outraged scream. Her words, not mine. The whole mood takes a decidedly sour turn. In an instant, Jade's shoulders droop and her face falls. Even though it was true that she had been the one to jokingly proclaim herself a broke in the beginning. Now that her period of unemployment had turned into more than just a few months, you could tell it was taking her confidence and self-esteem. The beacon of light and joking that Jade was no longer shining as brightly in countless automatic rejections. Still moping about the job loss? Christ, it's been like 5 months. I hate to butt in here, but when are you going to move on? Hey, hey, you don't get to talk to her like that. Meanie, ugly. I'm going to have to bleep so many of these words out in the editing. Dear Lord. The end of Michael's left lip curls up to form his trademark smirk, but his eyes remain cold. You know, if you're really desperate for a job, it's not out of the question for me to hook you up at my place. But you'd have to start from the ground up, mopping floors for a start. He shrugs and gestures towards her mockingly. No, thank you, Michael. Do us all a favor and shut the hell up. Every week I get a big, fat unemployment check, and that's enough to cover my bills. For now. She hesitates. You can tell she's struggling to keep up with a strong front. After getting laid off from her dream job as a product manager for a prestigious tech company, Jade was having a hard time getting back on her feet. Jordan, still working as a solutions engineer at the same company, watched as half of the company was unceremoniously chopped during the right sizing. Back off, man. That was not cool, Michael. A little joking is fine, but do you really have to take it so far? We're talking about someone's livelihood here. You put your arm around Jade's shoulders protectively. Unconsciously or not, she leans in closer to you, seeking comfort. It's okay, Zuzu. Besides, if I was really that desperate, I'd much rather come work for you than Michael. Oh, like Zuzu could afford to take you on. And where would you plan to fit into this little two-person family affair? You. Honestly, with your shop's middling performance after paying the real estate cost each month, you could only afford one employee. Thus, you had only ever worked with vanilla, even after years of running your business. While you had passion for the craft and your products were top quality, as a small operation, you had difficulty pushing volume. Michael occasionally dropped hints about delegating tasks to a larger workforce with less pay, but you couldn't bring yourself to adopt his methods. At least, not yet. Although Vanilla was clumsy and had the tendency to daydream, she was loyal, reliable where it counted, and your working styles meshed well together. But regardless of your combined efforts, there was no way your tiny mom and pop shop, or rather Zuzu and Vanilla's shop, could ever compete with Michael's chocolates. At least Zuzu isn't a raging narcissist, like someone we all know. Yeah, who names their business after themselves? Actually, it's quite common, but I'll let them have it for now. Michael had everything you didn't: an MBA from a prestigious business school, rich parents bankrolling his store from the beginning, and you're pretty sure he had relatives acting as suppliers for his raw materials. He was well connected and educated, and to top it all off, he was undeniably good looking. Just another reminder that life is not fair. You had even heard rumors floating around about him opening a second location and making Michael's chocolates into a chain. Perhaps that was why he was so interested in your little store. If he wasn't interested in you romantically, family affair, pot calling the kettle black much. Yeah, you're straight up Nepo baby Michael. Rich boy. Narcissist. Michael scoffs, rolling his eyes, crossing his arms again, decidedly ignoring Vanilla. He turns to address you. Zuzu. My offer still stands, you know. I know you said it like a gazillion times at this point. His gaze alternates between you and your store's displays. All the homely decorations lovingly and painstakingly changed out by Vanilla and yourself every new season. The delicate but pricey chocolates under the glass counter. His eyes land on you again, golden flecks dancing around the swirls of his mocha irises. Damn rich, handsome bastard. Sometimes those eyes were filled with pity and scorn. Other times they looked as if they wanted to devour you alive. Right now, they seem to be trying to convey some meaning you can't quite perceive. You feel your face getting hotter and hotter the longer his gaze lingers. Anyways, are you all just here to disturb my business? No, never. Right, let me tell you my order, then I'll make it quick. Hey, I was about to make my order. Michael's lips curl up again in his signature smirk. First come, first served. Now, Zuzu, For my order, I'd like a box of... Uh-huh. Did he just order a combination of his favorites and mine? You can't help but grimace as you write. Is this order actually for me? Am I the special someone he wants to invite? This is such a roundabout way to do it, though. And for my order, I mean, the order from my mom, I'll have a box of... Seems like Jordan's ordering all of your favorites, too. You look up at Jade with squinted eyes, signaling, what the hell? With your expression to her. This time, Jade smirks and tweaks her eyebrows up and down suggestively. I can almost hear her saying, oh, without her saying anything at all. Is this what you think it means? Vanilla. You jerk your head to the side and catch Vanilla looking crestfallen. After years of working with you, she knows your favorites too. Having just heard the order, she probably held the same suspicion that you and Jade did. Anyways, V and I have a ton of work to do. I love you guys, but I'm gonna have to escort you out with some samples. Oh, love me some free samples. Anything free right now. Hang in there, Jade. Deciding that things are getting too tangled for your taste, you begin to physically push all three visitors out of your store. Lovingly, stuffing a small truffle into each pair of hands, you pat them each goodbye warmly but sternly. As they all leave, they can't help but utter a parting line like some kind of cheesy anime. This is a cheesy otome game after all.
You won't regret fulfilling my order.
Michael seems to enjoy the feeling of your two hands pressed against his back as you physically push him out the door. He lets the weight of his 6 foot, 183 centimeter tall body provide some resistance as you push him out. Now that you're so close to his neck, the smell of cologne dances around you like a carnivorous flower tempting a poor fly. Get out of here, you amazing smelling bastard. With a golden chuckle, he's finally gone. Next up is Jade. Zuzu, you better call me after the festival. She brushes a strand of her hair behind her hair mischievously and gives a side glance at Jordan. You gotta fill me in on what happens. What are you gonna do during the festival? I don't know, maybe find someone to take me on a hot date. She winks and does a sassy, clawing motion with a roar, like a baby tiger. After unceremoniously stuffing her free truffle into her mouth and giving you a quick hug. Her figure disappears in a whirlwind of pink curls as she starts running down the street. Wait up, Jade! Jordan turns to you and Vanilla, smiling apologetically. Bye, Zuzu. Bye, Vanilla. Bye, Jordan. Vanilla gives a sad little wave and averts her eyes as Jordan says goodbye. This might be bad. I'll call you, Zuzu. This might be very bad. Robotically, Vanilla begins trudging towards the back of the store. I'll go sort the materials in the back. She looks up to meet your eyes. Thankfully, she doesn't seem to be ready to cry. You should get started on those orders, boss. You stare back at her apologetically, not knowing what to say. After working together for years, and being friends for even longer, you recognize that the two of you probably need a little alone time to sort out your thoughts. Thanks, V. I'm sorry. There's nothing to apologize for. I'm gonna get on with it then. Trying to regain her chihuahua energy, Vanilla grips both fists determinedly and scurries off towards the back. I really hope she's not scurrying off to cry. This is the chocolate making minigame. Fill the heart-shaped box by dragging and dropping the chocolates according to the requests at the top. You can complete any of the requests in any order with the chocolates can be in any order. If you need to get rid of a chocolate, drag and drop it into the trash. However, things can get a little buggy, so we recommend just scrapping the whole order if that happens. Feel free to use the autocomplete if this seems a little too much. The money will be used for something eventually, but unfortunately not in this update. For now, this game is just for fun. Good luck! Alright, so our first one is 2 of these bad boys, and then we have 2 pink. Okay. Do I close this then, or what do I do with... What do I do with this? Supply will be a little tight, but just enough for my pre-orders. As for the 2 orders I received today, I can only fulfill one, since neither of them had the decency to order in advance. Looks like there's no avoiding making a decision here. Alright, this is a major choice that will impact which character you show interest in. So, fulfill Jordan's order, fulfill Michael's order, or fulfill neither, and it will give us more options. Neither of them bothered to order in advance. They could have ordered online or even shot me a text. I'll just fulfill the pre-orders per my store's policy during the spring festival. Sorry, boys. Although, thought crosses your mind. Should I make something for Jade? We've been friends for so long. I really need to make money. This will put us on to Jade's route, which is fine. We're gonna go for Jade first, I guess. Should I make something for Jade? We've been friends for so long. As you think about Jade, you recall the amazing fragrance surrounding her today, the sensation of Zayataz rubbing against your arm, her hands on your waist. What? No. What on earth am I thinking about right now? Just really value my friendship with Jade. She's my bestie after all. Chicks before sleep, as they say. You giggle as you think about all the times Jade had been there to support you and cheer you on. Like the time when you lost your favorite wolf plushie in the movie theater, and she helped you rummage through popcorn-littered seats and sticky floors for hours trying to find it. Thinking back on it, why did I bring that silly plushie to the theater? And the time when she got into a fist fight with a girl from a higher grade because they claimed you had stolen her man? Didn't even know the guy. Pretty sure he's just randomly pointed me out in the cafeteria to protect whoever he was really cheating with. Over almost 2 decades of friendship, you, Jade, and Jordan had built up an incredible bond, founded on countless unforgettable experiences. I don't know if the future holds romance for me or not, but one thing's for sure, best friends are forever. People come and go, but I'd regret it forever if I let my connection with Jade slip away. Smiling to yourself, you reminisce on fond memories while letting muscle memory take the wheel while packing orders. They say nostalgia is actually a negative emotion, but swimming in warm thoughts that night, you hardly notice time passing as you finish your work. I'm sure we'll get things sorted with Vanilla and the boys as well. Right now, out of all of us, I think Jade is the one that needs the most support. Your footsteps are light as you lock up knowing that a packet of sweets is sitting in the refrigerator with Jade's name on it. I'll give it to her on the day of the festival, assuming she doesn't have a date. You laugh, shaking your head at the thought of her luring some poor sucker from a dating app and taking them for a wild ride. Just as you're walking to your car, she sends you a raunchy meme about Jordan's confession. Oh my god, this girl. The two of you send memes back and forth until late in the night. Days before Spring Festival. 1. Once again, it's a beautiful day outside, annoyingly so. The sun is shining brightly. The sun is shining brilliantly, filling the nooks and crannies of the shopping district with light. And the birds are singing a love song, tweeting and twittering romantically to each other, all in direct contrast to the brooding mood inside Sweet Valentine's Chocolatier. Today, you're burning in customer service hell. But thankfully, the day is passing by in a blur of fancy gift wrapping and money exchanging hands. For better or worse, you asked Vanilla to continue handling the chocolate prep in the back today. She seemed grateful for the reprieve from working the front, especially since her eyes were red and puffy when she came in. Damn, it's obvious she spent a good portion of the night crying. You sigh to yourself, putting the finishing touches on another box of chocolate, when suddenly your heart jumps at the sound of the store bell tinkling, hurtling the arrival of another customer. Hey, Zuzu, how's my order coming along? Oh my gosh, Jordan, scared the shit out of me. Sorry, did I come at a bad time? No, no, not at all. I just don't really know why I'm so jumpy these days. It must be the heat. You're sweating, but you're honestly not sure if it's due to your unexpected guest, the temperature, or Vanilla. Thank goodness you sent her to the back today. You don't know if you could take another soap opera love triangle standoff right now. Shit, hang on, I got this. He rushes over, pulling a folding fan from his pocket, proceeding to blast you with small gusts of wind. Oh my gosh, you're silly. Thanks, Jordan. Still looked flushed. Do you want me to go get you an ice pack? He takes a step toward the back of the store where he knows you have a stock of ice packs to prevent chocolate melting mishaps. Oh, no need for that. You quickly move to block his path, putting your arms up a little too defensively. Your eyes bulge as you silently beg for him to get the hint. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. You don't mean to be unfair to Vanilla and to prevent her from seeing Jordan, but you get the feeling that it wouldn't be good for the two of them to meet up right now. Whatever Jordan came here for is probably safe to assume that it's not for Vanilla. For some reason, you find it a little difficult to meet Jordan's eyes. Pasting a smile back on your face and gathering your courage, you look up to find concern flickering in those stunning green depths. Promise you, I'm good. Just keep me cool a little bit longer. You got it, Zuzu. You shift your already spread arms into a posture of enjoyment, as if you're a spoiled regent of the ancient times. Fan harder, servant! Jordan nods and fans a little faster. Yes, great ruler, he says jokingly, playing along. A bead of sweat trails from his forehead to the side of his jaw, but he doesn't falter. A stork. Can't help but admit that he is cute. Taking a step back, in your head, you can see why Vanilla would fall so hard for him. Having grown up with Jordan, it was hard to notice the gradual changes in him over time. But the more you compared him to the image that you had of him in your mind, the more you realized that he was no longer the little boy you remembered. He hadn't been for a long time now. Now approaching your late 20s, you realize that he was blooming into a handsome and reliable man. Still a baby girl to me and Jade, though. After a few more seconds of sweet relief from the early spring heat, Jordan stops fanning you and leans against the counter. Handing him a small towel, you take a spot beside him, mirroring his leaning pose. Inhaling deeply, Jordan finally decides to follow up. So,
Uh,
the order? For my mom, of course. Of course. Do you still need time, or, I mean, did you pick me? Mine? I mean, did you pick mine? My order? He hides his face in his hands and moans, blushing in shame. From between his fingers, he speaks again. Zuzu? Yes, Jordan? Did you pick my order? Oh man, I'm so sorry, bud. I was not joking when I said I might not have enough yesterday. With all of the festival pre-orders, we are already stretched thin in terms of inventory. Oh, dang. I'm sorry, Jordan. Did you know what I meant by, huh? Sorry, I didn't catch that last part. It's okay. Never mind. So the, box, that was totally for my mom. Actually, I have something else for her. You do? Jade and I both figured you'd probably had something tucked away for her under that bed of yours, so I went with a gift card instead. Cue smoothly, you pull a full-sized greeting gift card out of your front apron pocket. The envelope is decorated with gorgeous calligraphy addressed to Jordan's mom. There's $100 gift card in there for Russ, I think. After countless play dates at each other's houses, you know Jordan's mom's preferences through and through. It's not much, but hopefully appropriate enough for a friend's mother's birthday. Oh my gosh, you totally didn't have to. That's so sweet of you. Sorry about the chocolates. Really wish I could have fulfilled your order. It's the thought that counts. You, really didn't, really didn't get it. Never mind. Just give me a lot of freebies next time. His downcast face stirs a small pang of guilt in you. You know what he meant. You can lie to him all day, but he can't lie to yourself. There are many possible reasons you decided not to fill his order, but as for the real reason, only you know. Maybe if he had come straight out and said it, you would have accepted. But for now, you try to offer some words of comfort. I thought I was sweet enough for you. We ran out of supplies. I'll give you a discount next time. Thanks. That'll come in handy for next year. Ooh, who is he going to give chocolate to next year, if not this year? I mean, whenever you order anything on the house, whenever. Really? Good to know. I've been craving some sea salt caramel lately. It's the least I could do. Well, I gotta get going. I may not be the star of the event, but I'm pretty sure my mom won't start the party without me. Tell your mama I said hi. Of course. Thanks, Suzu. See ya. You hand him the card for his mom before sweeping into a tight hug. Zuzu? Startled, he tenses up before giving you an awkward pat on the back. Sorry again. Really, it's fine. I gotta go, though. Quickly, you release him and watch as he stumbles off, looking dazed. He rushes to the exit but turns around to wave, accidentally hitting his head on the doorframe. Ow! Dork. You watch his figure retreat, chuckling to yourself as you see his hand tenderly pat the area he just bonked. He's awfully cute. Huh. But you don't have any more time to think about him. Work awaits. Until the day ends, your store bell rings nonstop. You manage to hand off the orders for today, save for a few customers that called in to reschedule their pickups. Finally, returning to the back, you see that Vanilla seems to have left for the day. Fee. But she made sure to clean her workstation and prep the final orders for tomorrow. On the workstation table, you see a handwritten note from her with a little bear emoji informing you that she went home after she was finished. She probably left through the back. With a slight smile, you brush your fingers across the small cartoon bear. Since you indirectly declined Jordan, you hope this will allow Vanilla to get over any feelings of jealousy or sadness even just a little more quickly. Days before Spring Festival. 0. The Spring Festival has finally arrived. It's the day of the Spring Festival. A shy-looking Jordan makes his way to the counter. Jordan? What are you doing here? Hi. Zuzu, can I talk to you? Please? Sure, what's up? Asked to speak with him more privately, or now is not a great time. Decline Jordan. I'm not sure where Vanilla's at, and I really don't want to hurt Vanilla's feelings, so I feel like if we're gonna talk to him and be direct with him, just take him off to the side and talk to him. Hang on, let's talk outside if you don't mind. In the front. Jordan looks a little confused, but follows you as you make your way outside. Okay, so Green Eyes dart to the side, hands fiddling the strings of his hoodie before he pushes his thick-rimmed glasses up on his nose. Anxious tics of his that you've known intimately since you were kids. Whatever it is, you don't have to be nervous. You reach out and pat his shoulder. A trembling smile slips out of his lips, but so does the stiff tension in his shoulders. Right. So, you remember the Spring Festival, right? Excitement pours into his voice the way it does when he yaps about an upcoming video game release or the latest spin-off of War Stores. Yep. Let me guess, you got a date? No, not yet.
I was planning on asking you, actually.
Aw, you finally spit it out, bro. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Will you go with me? To the festival?
Me? Okay. His head bobs eagerly, hands returning to his hoodie strings. Seems like this proposal drained all his courage in one go. Jade says she's busy, and I just thought it'd be fun to go together this year. I'd also like to treat you as a thanks for my mom's gift. Oh, dude, you don't have to. But I want to. Will you go with me to the festival? Is this a date or just a hangout? Looking for all the words like a pleading kitten with his hoodie, you find it difficult to say no to his eager gaze. Okay, I can't do that to Vanilla, guys. I do want all of the endings and all of the like CGs and stuff, so I'll probably do his route very last because then I make Vanilla upset at the end of our playthrough of the entirety of the demo because I do intend on going through all of the routes, and then once the full game eventually releases, I would love to be able to play the 4th route as well, which according to the itch.io page will actually be Vanilla being the 4th route. So we're gonna actually just say, sorry, I was planning to ask Jade if she wanted to hang. Sorry, Jordan, I have other plans. I'm actually planning to go with Jade. She might be busy, but she might also be free. Should really give her a call, though since she hasn't said anything, I'm pretty sure she means she's still free. Want to join us? You and I could both crash her mystery date. No, it's okay. After a moment's silence, he gives you a wily look. What's this? What could he be planning? You hang out with Jade then. I'll go check out what that hot bastard next door is up to. Oh, As much as I hate to see you visit the competition, I kind of want to cheer you on. I'll let you know how it goes. He grins shyly and gives you a mock salute before flouncing off. After a long day of handing out chocolate orders to excited lovebirds, the time for the festival has finally come. Time to get changed. Looks like V still hasn't gone home yet. Her clothes are still here. V? Calling out to the workshop area, you look around, but no one answers. Huh? Heading into the alleyway behind the store, you find her. Hey, you okay? She's not crying, but her eyes look tired. Yep, I'm fine. Quickly rubbing her hands over her face in a circular motion as if to wipe away any sadness, she quickly regains her usual pep. I'm perfect. In fact, I've never been better. Hmm. She exhales angrily. Her anger doesn't seem to be directed at you, but she does seem to be brooding about something or someone. 7 years. I'll show you what this chihuahua can do. I can get a hot date too. Her eyes filled with determination, she finally focuses her eyes on you. Boss, what's going on, V? I'm going to find someone to take me to the festival. It sounds like a great idea as long as you're being safe if you plan to reach out to a stranger. Would you want to go with me and Jade? I'm pretty sure she found someone on an app, but she'd drop them in a hot minute if we told her we wanted to go together. It's what I'm already planning to do. You could join us. No, it's fine, boss. I really wanted this to be a romantic thing for me. You don't have to force it to be romantic. It could just be enjoying and valuing the friendships we have now. I know, but it's embarrassing, but after so many years of hoping that Jordan would just notice me, I think I need to do something drastic. Not too drastic, I hope, right? Of course, I play it safe, but I'm gonna find another single Pringle ready to mingle and make sure we make it the most pseudo-romantic evening either of us has ever had. I have a feeling that this could go south, but as long as she's not in danger, it could be a good experience for better or for worse. Going on a date with someone new and getting Jordan out of her system. Good luck, V. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's okay to take it easy, too. Chuckling, you give her a light hug. She responds with a few reassuring pats to your back before you both release and wave a goodbye for the night. I'd better call Jade if I want her to cancel whatever date she's going on. Making your way to the festival entrance, you relieved to spot Jade's glamorous figure leaning against a decorative pillar. Snort laughing as she watches a short form video on her phone. Jade!
Hey! Come here, you!
She grabs you into a crook of her arm and gives you a solid noogie, another one of her classic moves. Ow, girl, my hair!
You know, I canceled a hot date to be here.
Just kidding. I'm pretty sure that was a fake profile. Dude, look at these pictures. The profile she pulls up features a handsome blonde man with 6'7" listed as his height on the profile. There are photos of him on a yacht, a Mai Tai, and some gorgeous island setting, and some photos of him obviously taken in a studio. Oh my god, yes, there's no way this is real. I mean, 99.99 probability that he's a scammer or an axe murderer or a bot. Right? I thought it'd be fun to see who or what might show up instead. It's a little game I like to play. One time I even matched with Bacon. Oh no, don't tell me the photo was. It was Bacon. Actual Bacon. When we met up in person, he was nice, but he definitely did not smell as good as Bacon does. Oh my lord. I'm surprised you haven't gotten mugged yet. This has gotta stop. It's alright. I'm being careful. If anything, it's a fun distraction from the other parts of my life, which are literally falling apart. Her expression turns overcast, covered by a sudden and harsh shadow. You fear that rain is in the forecast at this rate. Hey, I put this together for you. You hand her the small packet of chocolates, a few of her favorite truffles that you managed to squirrel away for her despite your limited inventory during this season.
What's all this?
Candy?
You didn't have to do this.
Jade looks immensely touched and holds the packet gently, cherishing it for a moment. Then she opens it and immediately pops one into her mouth. Before you realize what she's doing, she's popped one into your mouth as well. What? Hey, those were for you.
Good things are meant to be enjoyed together.
You laugh and the two of you naturally saunter into the main festival grounds while chatting. There's a lot to look forward to in the future, you know? And with that said, let's go get our fortunes told. You point to the suspicious-looking booth littered with mystic symbols, half covered by mysterious-looking drapery. Several onlookers are peering into the tent curiously, but it doesn't seem like there are any takers quite yet. Deciding to be the guinea pigs, the two of you step forward from the crowd, making your way into the mysterious tent. Inside, an ethereal beauty is seated at a table with cards set in a formation before her. Sit down, young ones. Ooh, oh. You and Jade exchange looks. For a moment, you feel your breath catch as the ornate jewelry on the woman flickers in the light. While we wait for the spirit realm to speak a game, the fortune teller gestures to the cards, indicating you should begin. All right. Is this like a memory game? Yeah, that's what this is. I have bad memory, guys. So we're gonna have to look at what all of these are. Wait, the bird one was over here somewhere, right? Monkey, monkey. Fish? No, that's the bear. The wolf? Didn't I see that? Yeah, right there. And then the fish is... No, that's the lion. Fish. The lion. The burr. And then the bird. Nice. Your memory is outstanding! Ah, yes. I will now look into your soul and perhaps your future. Zuzu, the spirits have spoken. They tell me this about you. Bird. The laugh that fights for light, the joy that will not give in. Mischievous but guided by strong inner compass, you mend hearts and lift spirits. A moment of lividity will open a locked door. Do not underestimate how far the playful truth shall fly. Oh my gosh, that's such a cool prediction. Could you do me next, if that's okay? Of course, young one. Young one? She doesn't look that old. Peach-haired child of light and mirth. You have recently experienced a major loss. At this, you and Jade collectively raise your eyebrows. Of course, it could be some well-practiced pseudo-psychology, but it was definitely a shocking opening line. In your life, people come and go. Money comes and goes. Castles built of sand will inevitably crumble, and castles in the sky will disperse like clouds. Try as you might, you will fail again. At this, Jade tenses up. If you do not hold tightly to the ones who care about you, you will lose everything. The fortune teller opens her eyes, meeting yours straight on. Unsure about how to feel about Jade's fortune, you leave a small tip for the mysterious woman out of politeness. Pulling Jade out of her seat and out of the tent. Come on, Jade. Outside of the tent, Jade looks justifiably upset. Finally reaching a tipping point with her frustration, she voices her complaint. I really don't like the phrase lose everything. And I will fail again? What the hell? What does she think she is? Alright, I don't believe in fortune telling anyways. I don't agree with what the fortune teller said, but I want to believe her intentions weren't evil. Listen to Jade empathetically. Understanding Jade's anger and frustration, you decide to not interrupt her. You're sure there is a lot on her mind, and it seems like the unfortunate fortune teller session might have torn down some of the walls in Jade's heart. Just enough for you to finally hear about her struggles.
She might have something there, you know? With this fail again thing. I just can't seem to get anything right now. Even jobs that I would totally be a shoo-in for. Things I'm perfectly qualified for. Am I overqualified? Am I the problem?
You are definitely not the problem. I've seen your resume. There's nothing wrong with it. Have you ever considered, you hesitate knowing that your next suggestion probably won't be a helpful one, applying for different jobs? Or at least different fields? You know it's a sore topic for Jade, but you can't help but bring it up. Watching her feel discouraged for so long with no ability to help, your heart aches for her. No. Zuzu?
I appreciate the thought, but you just don't understand. Not fully, at least.
You frown and focus your full attention on Jade, taking no offense at her words. She returns your gaze, resulting in the two of you staring deep into each other's eyes as she
I
elaborates.
liked product management. It was extremely fulfilling for me. It was my career. My everything for a time. I know we're not supposed to define ourselves by our jobs, but it was amazing. Leading a team of engineers to build new features and literally cook up new software products from scratch.
For me, it was almost like speaking things into existence. Even though I have no engineering background, I did my best to learn more about all the tools and data structures. Towards the end, it felt like I could take on some junior dev work too. You chuckle as you think about Jade doing Jordan's job, stressing over bugs and starting a techie screen in dark mode at night. Maybe I should try to pivot into engineering. I just don't want to settle for anything less than I was doing before. She gives a heartbreaking laugh before breaking into a little sob. She's trying so hard not to cry. You take her hand in yours and give it a tight squeeze. Surprised, she looks up at you with a moist gaze. You will find something. Heck, I will help you find something. I will mass apply to jobs for you. Girls, send me your resume. Spraying and praying is not the answer, but it's better than nothing. Sooner or later, one of these dang companies is going to see the immense value you bring. I don't have much that's not related to chocolate making on my LinkedIn, but I've reached out to my network, damn it. We will find you another product management job, Jade, or at least something that feels equally passionate about. Feeling fired up, you clench your fists and strike a pose. Laughing through her tears, Jade strikes a pose that mirrors your own. The two of you are like twin superheroes ready to take on the world again. A little while later, after two of you make a quick trip to the bathroom to clean up, you face the festival with renewed enthusiasm. All right, should we try a different game now? Heck yeah. Oh, a racer? Jade starts running towards another booth. She's spotted dragging you along by the hand. You can hardly keep up with her rapid pace. Seems like she's full of energy again after letting her true feelings out for the first time in a while. OMG! These racer animals are totally Jordan, Michael, and V. You gotta play this. Chuckling, you make your guesses. Jordan's the cat, Michael's the Doberman, and V the Chihuahua. Yes, don't you see it? Oh my god, we gotta make V win. Who should I pick? We're gonna go with the Chihuahua. Is there a button I'm supposed to press? Okay. Oh, shit. You won! Exit the minigame! Yay! Great job winning the race! This game reminds me a little of track and field. Maybe it's the racetrack. Do you remember that time we did the three-legged race? Oh my gosh, don't remind me. Wasn't there also Jordan's nip slip? Oh my god! It was the start of the love letter chaos, wasn't it? Yes, so many love letters. So many. I knew he had appeal for all genders, but not like that. Not like that. The two of you shake your heads as you recall the variety of stationery that would fall out of Jordan's locker after his infamous nip slip incident. There were love letters written on everything from cutesy animal-themed stationery to overly masculine chicken scratch on crumpled graph paper. You were popular too, though. Jade gives you a sly smile and a suggestive wink. You weren't too bad yourself, you know? As if I had half as many almost boyfriends as you did in high school. In college, I think I could fill a whole swimming pool with guys. And girls. It would be a whole pool party. We should totally do that sometime. Set up a whole pool party with people I almost dated. Honestly, I feel like the attendees would be top tier. I'd make sure to invite you and Jordan and bow myself out so that you guys can finally find a hot date. Since it seems like you don't want to date each other. She smirks, teasing you for the potential confession you decided not to take up. You never know. Maybe Jordan has someone else. He is awful suspicious with that hot bastard of his, isn't he? You nod, and the two of you share an evil grin at the thought of budding boys' romance. Will or ship sail? It's infinitely closer to sailing now that you've rejected him. Should we play one more game? Or are you getting hungry? I guess not that hungry. Maybe just a quick snack? So cute! Okay, so the two of you enjoy some quick ice cream cones together and you walk around. Let's try this shooting game as our final stop before the fireworks then. I hope you're ready to lose an eye or two with my shooting. You give her a pointed look. Kidding, kidding. Oh shit, okay. Shoot. Am I actually hitting anything? I don't know if I'm actually hitting anything. Okay. Nice. Time's up. So we got a score of 70, so we did hit some stuff. Great job. I'm pretty sure I nailed that. The booth owner looks impressed and hands you a small stuffed monkey. Jade shoots corks towards the target, her posture serious. Thus, results disastrous. You were not kidding about losing an eye or two. You shout while ducking. The booth owner has been taking cover behind the table since before Jade started shooting. A few of her shots hit the high score zone periodically, while others are wildly off target. One veers off, totally missing the game backboard and narrowly missing a random passerby's head on the other of the side of the booth. The man's spoot gives an angrily "Watch it!" while Jade smirks. Putting the cork gun down to the booth owner's immense relief, she sighs and gives you a devious look. That was cool. Let's get out of here. Sweating, you make a mental note to yourself to never take Jade shooting again. I think the fireworks are starting soon. Do you want to go check it out? Heck yeah. She takes your hand into hers so naturally and starts dragging you toward the designated fireworks viewing area. The designated firework area is packed with couples and families, like barely an empty patch of grass or dirt to sit down. Frustrated with the overcrowding, Jade jokingly makes her disappointment known. Boo! Fireworks are overrated, Jade bellows, shouting over the distant sounds of fireworks exploding. A few seated folks with sharp hearing turn around and give her a dirty look. Girl! You playfully shush her and laugh as you pull her away from the crowd. It's okay, to be honest, I wasn't feeling the crowd today. Hey yo, but I have something even better. She pulls out a packet of sparklers. It's the kind that you light and let burn down as it produces colorful sparks of light in your hand. Are those even legal? As a form of fire prevention, the county has outlawed all forms of private fireworks, but people still do it anyways. There was even one guy in the news who blew off his finger while lighting a more heavy-duty private firework. Nowadays, the only way to obtain fireworks in the area was to buy it at some shady street stall downtown or bring it in from another county. This is so bad. I really hope we don't get caught. My business literally could not take me going to jail for a couple of days. You'll be fine. See? Everyone's doing it. Making your way to the nearby lake area near the fairgrounds, you're surprised to see a large amount of couples and smaller friend groups, sparsely populating the lake area with pails of water and little specks of light from their own sparklers. You and Jade don't have a pail, but since you're right next to the water, you don't really have to worry about sparks catching, as long as you douse your fireworks and clean up your trash like a good citizen before leaving. Expertly, Jade crouches down and uses a lighter from her pocket to light the first sparkler. Touching the tip of hers to yours, the two of you enjoy the dazzling fizzy light for a while in the childish wonder. Hold up, just a sec. Is that Jordan and Michael? Holy crap. Michael? Jordan was real? No. I thought he liked you. Yeah, but he's always had this suspicious sexual tension with Michael, too. Oh my god, are they? You see them put out the sparklers in their hands. Michael leans in and Jordan doesn't pull away, resulting in a sweet kiss. It's surprisingly long and deep kiss. Oh my gosh. You and Jade both lean in and squeeze together, shaking each other's shoulders from side to side as you both get excited over this new discovery. Your ship has been real the whole time. As if sensing your greedy gazes, Jordan looks up and freezes like a deer in headlights. Ah! Michael stands up and shamelessly makes his way over to the two of you with Jordan in tow. Jade, Zuzu, I can explain. Jordan, I never knew you were such a traitor. With Michael, of all people.
Of course you would fall for that handsome douchebag. You really are our baby girl.
Baby girl. You nod in agreement.
Ugh. It feels like the cabbage I carefully raised was eaten by a pig.
Jade! With an outraged blush, Jordan yelps. Michael puts his arm around his waist and pulls him in protectively. He's my cabbage now. Why am I a cabbage? That's right, he should at least be some kind of sweet. Maybe a gumdrop or a candied plum? Oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous. Should we all get food together? You and Michael give each other a look. Although your telepathy with him isn't as good as it is with Jade, his eyes are totally saying that he wants more alone time with Jordan. I think we should go our separate ways. Agreed. We'll see you guys tomorrow. As if waiting for you to say those words, Michael sighs in relief, agreeing before you can finish. You and Jade crouch back down, watching with jaws still hanging in shock as Michael walks away, his arms still wrapped around Jordan like a dragon protecting its treasure. He's not going to do anything funky with Jordan tonight, is he? There's no way Jordan wouldn't let him. He's way too shy. Right. No way. The two of you shake your heads in sync. The last part of you does wonder. The wondering makes you blush a little. Noticing how dark it is in your surroundings, you move to start cleaning up. The two of you laugh as you stroll back to the main festival area, swinging your hands back and forth like children. Although you hadn't been prepared enough to bring a water pail like the others, you and Jade made sure to wet every burned sparkler in the lake before throwing them away in a metal trash bin. Now that the fireworks had ended, most of the festival goers had long left. Nothing can be heard around except the sweet sounds of crickets chirping around you.
That was so fun.
Well, I'm glad you had fun.
We gotta do this again sometime.
Seriously.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Although we don't know what the future holds. As long as I have you by my side, and Jordan, and Vanilla, and even that Michael, I think I'll be just fine.
We'll make sure of
Let's
it.
go home.
In response, you grin at her and start running towards the parking area, pulling her along by the hand. Keep up! Your giggles echo in the soft night, full of joy and hope for upcoming days. Ending 5. Jade, best friends forever. Alright, so there will obviously be, like I said early in the beginning, there's 7 endings, so that was ending 5 of the 7. I believe that Jade might have some other alternate endings, as well as the Michael and the other gentle sir. And then when the full release, a Vanilla will also be part of that group. But for right now, that's going to be where we end up cutting it off. If you guys did happen to like today's video, go ahead and leave a like to let me know that you enjoyed. Subscribe if you'd like to become part of the Goblin Army family. And if you'd never like to miss a post, push that bell icon. Now, you spread positive vibes, I'll spread positive vibes. Until next time, I hope you have a Goblin-Tastic day. Bye!